some of these comments coming in. Blue Nose John says, I live in Germany. The performances at Euro 24 were embarrassing. I was just saying to Scott that it's my personal belief that in Germany, that Hungary game, where, let's be honest, we didn't really go for it. We let the chance pass us by. We could have beaten Hungary. We didn't. I think that's got to live with Steve Clarke and the senior players, and it's not going to happen again. No chance.
Well, listen, John McGinn was sitting in this very seat not half an hour ago, Daniel, saying exactly that they know that they've let themselves down and that there's a real frustration that they haven't turned up in the tournaments. He said, we've earned our places there because we've qualified. But when we've got there, we haven't performed to the level that they expect of themselves. So I think that is an itch that needs to get scratched. But I tell you, we were talking about this last night, weren't we, Dan? And I mentioned that I didn't like Steve Clarke saying that he felt the friendly weekend against Japan was going to be a low-scoring game. And do you know something? It wasn't until we come off the show I was thinking, I've heard him say that before, and I didn't like it then. And you know when it was? It was that Hungary game. He said this was only going to. He said, I told the players in advance, thought it was only going to be a 1-goal game, and I don't like that. And I'm a little bit concerned that he's using the same sort of phrases and discussion points with the team now that he was at the Euros, because I felt that was a very negative way to go into that game.
Yeah,
it's almost as if we won't need to score twice.
Aye,
and why not?
Exactly.
And I think Scott, because me and him were discussing the way down the car, what we want from Scotland now is, right, do you know what? Let's go and have a bit of fun. Let's enjoy this. Don't be terrified by it. Don't be scared by it. Don't be overawed by it. You're good players. Go out and play. Go out and enjoy it and give the fans something to enjoy. And I think that's why there was a bit of a negative reaction. Steve Clarke was lensed tonight to say he feels it's the media exaggerated it a little bit. But we didn't exaggerate it, Steve, because you sat there and you said that you were disappointed. And in Steve Clarke terms, that's almost a volcanic reaction, isn't it?
Right.
So that is an issue. And I just hope that the fans can stick with this, and I hope that Steve Clarke is also able to realise and identify there is an onus now. We've got good players, so let's just go out, get the shoulders back, puff out the chest, and let's go out and show it. And I think we were talking to John McGinn. That's exactly the kind of stuff that he was saying. Players just want to go out there. He said this could be our last chance to show the world how good we are. And he was talking about the likes of himself, Andy Robertson, some of the more senior guys. They might never get this opportunity. They're itching to get out there and grab the bull by the horns. We need to have the manager needs to be in a position or a mindset where he's prepared to just let them go and do that.
Aye. In the comments, your Lou Muppet says, need to go all out attacking against Haiti, get as many goals as possible, amen to that. Rebel says, the world was so nice in the noughties, Keith, you needed a degree to order your dinner or to get into any events.
I'm with you, Rebel. Yeah.
That's it. Keith, I was just asking
unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's technology that's meant to make your life easier, and all it does is make it harder. And I don't like it.
Okay, thanks, Grandad. Moving back to the football, tomorrow night I got Scott's take there about who could come into the 6 or 7 changes that Steve Clarke mentioned from the Japan game. He mentioned that he would be really keen to see Lennon Miller get a start. Is there anyone else that you personally would want to see get some minutes?
Yeah, well, you know what my thoughts are on that. I'm going to start with Billy Gilmour, aren't I?
No, of course. Yeah.
I mean, he has to play, and I'm just a little bit worried that Steve Clarke has got this sort of thing with Billy Gilmour where he keeps trying to find a way to keep him out of the team. And
it's peculiar, Keith, because in my mind anyway, he's one of the best 2 or 3 players.
Another thing Scott and I were discussing in the car on the way down the road. See, when Billy Gilmour played against England at Wembley in Euros, or it was 2020, it was 2021, by the time we actually got round to playing the game. What was he, 17, 18? He went out there and he dominated England's midfield on the road.
No, he was brilliant.
And see, from that game, he should never, ever, from that moment onwards, you just say, right, how do we build something around this guy? That's what we should have done. But Steve Clarke, I don't know, maybe it's overcomplicating, overthinking, but he seems to want to find different ways of leaving him out of a team. So I'd imagine that he'll definitely be one of the starters tomorrow. It'd be good to see him getting game time and re-establishing himself, because he's getting a game now regularly again at Napoli. Become a really important player. Back at club level, having kind of slipped onto the bench or struggled to get as much game time as he would have wanted previously. But he's in Conte's midfield now. I'm looking forward to him bossing ours tomorrow. Who do I want to see?
Even just saying that, Keith, he's in Conte's midfield for Napoli. He's won Serie A, and we're even having a debate. Oh, does he start or not? He should be in every starting 11 in my eyes.
Well, do you know? And I love Kenny McLean, right?
Me too. Like, brilliant.
He's been a brilliant contributor to this squad, a massive part of all the success that we've had. But he's a Norwich City player for a reason, and Billy Gilmour's an Napoli player for a reason. And I'm struggling with it. I think it's requiring mental gymnastics to arrive at in a place where you think that that's a good idea to leave Billy Gilmour out of the team for a guy, as I say, with the best will in the world who plays for Norwich.
Well, Keith, look at Rebel's comment there. Is that fair? Has this been harsh on Steve Clarke? Billy's very creative. That's alien to a manager. Is that a bit harsh on Steve Clarke?
Well, Billy's very creative. Billy Gilmour he's a guy that dominates possession, and if you're going to have any success at this level of football, you need to be able to keep hold of the ball. It's the first rule of international football. And I tell you something, Dan, when you think about the temperatures that our boys are about to encounter at the World Cup, whether you'll be struggling for air out there, I tell you what, it doesn't half help if you've got a couple of players that can keep the ball for 5 minutes.
Definitely. Right.
And that's what Billy Gilmour gives you. And Kenny McLean is very good on the ball as well, and very good at retaining possession. But he's not Billy Gilmour levels, and that's the issue.